Okay, we're back with another VOD review here. This one is a higher ELO VOD review. This one's going to be Golden Plat. So the runes I like to take on Irelia here, which is the champion that we're using. I like to take Lethal Tempo. You have to take Presence of Mind. Irelia has large mana issues. I like to take Alacrity, Last Stand. And then I take Biscuit Delivery. This trade Gwen can't win because I have Lethal Tempo and she doesn't. So that's why you see me run down the Gwen there. I start backing immediately after, and I'm just going to run back to lane. As long as you back before the 106-minute mark, you will make it to lane in time to contest for the level 2 wave push. Anyways, so I like to take Biscuit Delivery and Cosmic Insight. You can take either Stopwatch or you can take Free Boots as well. I like to take this for the cooldown reduction on the teleport and the flash. The reason I auto the same minion twice there, or 3 times, is... here, I can slow this down. The reason you see me auto attack the same minion multiple times there was to basically establish a focal point for my minions where I can kill that minion and they won't balance the damage between 3. You'll notice that it gets really hard to kill minions if all of them are being attacked at the same time. On that first wave there with the melee minions. So I start this level 2 push, and then I want to start a rebound here. That way I can pretty much play it safe for the rest of the laning phase. I do want this wave to stack up a little bit more, so you might see me greedily try to push that a little further. I'm autoing Gwen in between the Qs that I'm doing to the minions. And I would like to get this under tower as well, but this is not the best spot, but it's also not the worst spot. I don't want to queue that one because the wave is starting to get to a sizable amount where if I go in there and Gwen fights me, I can't fight her back. But this is actually a really good wave state for me. Gwen doesn't have any potions or any sustain or anything like that. So she's in kind of a bad wave state. I can't queue that minion, so I just have to get the XP from it. You can see that Lee Sin's pathing topside. If he was to do his golems, actually he should make it here after doing his golems at this time anyways. Most Lee Sins should be cleared by 3:30. You see me stun the Gwen but not the Lee Sin, as that was just riskier. I was pretty confident that I didn't have to use flash here. The Gwen ends up dying for that kill. That's a really, really, really bad death for Gwen. Like, extremely bad death. So she ends up losing a really early wave there. I don't end up losing the wave because I have teleport, so I collect the wave in almost full. I probably lose 1 or 2 minions, but I get majority of them, and then now I get to start a slow push on Gwen. So you can see that I'm 12 CS up on the Gwen already here, and that's just from wave control here. I didn't have to do anything else. She made a really bad choice to dive in after that. What you saw me do there with the minions is as soon as I got aggro from them, I walked behind the cannon minion to redistribute the aggro to the cannon minion and make them focus the cannon so that he dies a little bit faster. That way, hopefully, the Gwen loses her cannon, which she did. So in this matchup, you want to try to W the Gwen Q, which you just saw me do there. And Gwen's in a really bad spot here where now, thankfully she didn't use teleport earlier, but she's going to have to use teleport now. Because this is a very, very bad wave state. If she used teleport to get to lane earlier, she probably would have lost lane right here. She's in a very bad spot, but it's not a guaranteed loss yet. And you can see now she's 30 CS down. And then after she kills that wave, maybe she'll be like 12, only 12 CS up, so she'll probably be 20 CS down. When you're at in between times like this, that's when you can kind of look around the map and you can see like the Nyla getting a triple kill here actually. because her W is fair and balanced, and everyone loves an AD carry with Jax's E. We can see that the Yasuo isn't really doing anything notable yet. Nothing other than the bot lane play there was notable. But one thing that we do know is that Lee Sin was bot side. So normally what that means is their jungle camps should be clear on bot side. But I know for a fact that his aren't, because every time you kill a jungle camp you get 4 CS and he only has 26. So he likely got a few from minion wave, but here you get to see me all in. The reason I all in here at this timing specifically is I got her W down earlier as well as her ghost on that first play, so I know she has no counterplay to this. And the Gwen unfortunately doesn't have teleport, so that's the whole laning phase. She's lost laning phase. That's GG for her. She can't really be saved by the jungler anymore. That's just going to be the end of laning phase. You'll see me take this plate and then I'll go back to base. I'm looking to buy a pickaxe for the Blade of the Ruin King. And you can see right now I'm 1,200 gold ahead of Gwen. We're only 7 minutes in. 1,200 gold is an extremely difficult thing to come back from when you're laning against someone. So now at these in-betweens again, we're just going to look at the other lanes. Lee Sin lands a good Q on the Yasuo, but unfortunately he's under-farmed and under-leveled, so he didn't end up getting a kill. If he had his ultimate, maybe he gets that kill, but he didn't, so he can't. So back to our lane here. Because we just crashed it, again, the Gwen is in a very bad spot again, and you're going to notice this a lot, where now I'm just holding the wave here and I'm setting up the stacks. So the reason I'm trimming the melee minions there is I don't want them to get under the tower. The tower can obviously kill them. And I lowered the backline so that I can do exactly this play to Gwen, which ends up getting her ghost. And so then I just leave as soon as she pops ghost, as I know I can't really do much else after that. Now, I had assumed Gwen had left lane, so that's why I started clearing these a little bit faster. But as soon as I see her again, you can see me just be stationary, and I'm kind of waiting for another opportunity, which she gives me. Now, because the lethal tempo, I'm able to get a lot of attacks out on her, and you can obviously see it's very hard to trade with Irelia with her passive and lethal tempos procced. After level 5, Irelia is able to half charge W and one-shot Q all of the back-ranged minions because her Q does bonus damage to minions. Here you see me getting a little bit greedy for a tower plate. The reason why is because I have a biscuit in my hand, or not in my hand, in my inventory. So I can use that for mana, which you see me do there. And that's the only reason I can do that. The Gwen can't chase me, otherwise she loses the wave. I walk back in tower range just for the tower plate gold. Now, I don't know where Lee Sin is, but I know he should already be bot side again. Unfortunately, I don't know what he was doing, but he was still top side. And so here you see me do a little juke where I made it look like I wanted over into Baron Pit, but I wanted over into his red. I end up queuing here. He already buffered a ultimate, so my Q putting me behind him ended up getting me ulted behind him, which is completely fair and fine. Now I get to back. The unfortunate thing for Gwen is because I crashed right before I did that, the wave is rebounding into me, and she wasted all this time chasing me around. If she did crash that wave, then it'd be a lot better spot for her. I still wouldn't be the best because I would teleport back and I'd catch it. But now it's looking like the exact same as those two other times where now this Gwen's stuck in a very crappy position where she wants to farm but she can't. So in these positions, the only thing she can do is kind of spam ping her jungle. I know it's a joke, but that's your only out. That's the only way out of these positions. I leave the cannon on purpose there That's just to get some aggro. But I want to start a slow push towards her tower because I want to start pushing my lead into other areas like their jungle. So I know that they just got Herald, and so I knew he was topside. That's why I kind of chilled out a little bit there. And as soon as I dodged the Q, he left. And when Gwen steps up again, I have my E set up. She uses her W, and remember, her W is like 30 something resists. So as soon as that's gone, I can kill her. If she holds onto her W and she has her E as well, her EW can make my ult whiff, and that would make me lose that play entirely. So as soon as she uses that W, that's where we get that all-in play, because she has no outplay anymore. She's removed her own outplay. You see me backwalk a little bit there. That's to get that melee minion into tower range. That way I don't have to tank the tower shots. Now, the reason I'm greeting for this tower gold is because, one, this is the first tower destroyed, and then two, the gold was buffed on these towers. You saw me get 600 gold there. So after this minion wave here, you'll see I'm 3,500, or well, 3,500 gold ahead of the Gwen. So I'm over an item ahead of Gwen, and she's in a really crappy spot. Now if she starts walking past this point right here, I can all in her and I can kill her again. They're getting the bot side towers. The Lee Sin's making a good decision on basically leaving this lane as a dead lane, because if he was coming top, this is where you start to see you as a top laner, or me here, killing their jungle as well as their top laner. When there's a gold differential of this significant amount, the top laner really can't contribute at all. So the jungler pretty much has to be able to solo me almost, and that Lee Sin can't solo me. You see me waiting here. I'm stacking up my passive. If she takes too many steps forward, I'm able to look for an E on her. You see me put out the E. I miss it, but because she uses her W there, I know I don't have to worry about my ult whiffing. I get those with my W because I had already Q'd her twice. So my Q was on CD and I couldn't get it any other way. Here I'm able to start denying the jungle some experience and gold. The reason I don't want to push is I don't know where their bot lane is. I don't know where their jungle is. So because of that, I don't want to make myself look like an attraction on the map. So hiding where I am there just for that little brief bit gave me the ability to not get ganked, basically. No one could collapse on me because they would have thought that I went back to base. There's no guarantee that I'm up top. And then at the end there, you saw me leave one melee minion. As Irelia specifically, it is really important to leave one kind of escape minion when you're diving in. So if I dove into their tower and then all of a sudden there was a Nautilus and a Lee Sin there, I would be able to Q to that melee minion and escape. So here, if I was a better character at soloing jungle camps, I would definitely take the Gromp. Unfortunately, Irelia isn't the best at it right now, just because I can't stack up my passive fully on the minion, or on the monster. And then when I can't use my abilities, or my Q. So I kill her. I do lose a cannon, unfortunately, for it. But the value of killing her isn't even the gold value for specifically her. It's actually more so for this tower. This tower is worth almost 700 gold now after the patch, which is an extremely, extremely good amount. You'll see me auto the minions here and kind of queue them in between. That's to keep up my passive stacks while I'm hitting the tower, because I want that attack speed while hitting the tower. Now I already know that Lee Sin's golems are down. I walk over here, red's down, which means he's over on raptors. I start hitting him, he knows that I beat him, so he ends up giving me the whole raptor camp there. I think -1 mini raptor. I think he must have killed one, I believe. So I start backing here because there's no leads I can get top lane right now without a large risk. If I go top lane right now, it's a very, very big risk. And you see me now 5,000 gold ahead of the Gwen, and this is all compounding from one mistake. When I'm going back to top lane, I'm aiming for the Gromp, but I'm actually aiming for this jungle path so that I can come over to mid if needed, which is a good thing because mid ended up needing me. So I end up shooting out my E there, and I'm able to kill the Gwen here. As well as get the Lee Sin's flash. If the Lee Sin didn't have flash, I do believe I kill both of them there, and that would be a really shitty position for them. The Lee Sin gets away just barely, and the Yasuo's topside. I can see the bot laners, so I know that I get this tower as well, which is really good for me. So now that's when you start to see there's a 7k gold difference, but the gold difference between me and Gwen alone is almost 6,000. So almost the entire gold difference of the teams is actually just the top lane gap there. I saw Lee Sin walk over here, and so I was chasing him. I had a feeling he's going bot side, so I show them that he's going bot side. I'm pinging on the way. This is to let them know just in case they haven't seen. You'll notice there was some earlier on the way pings. This is me trying to tell the bot lane that I want to go bot. Trying to swap with them so I can push my lead onto this lane. I end up getting almost all of the minions because, well, one, I'm Irelia, and they shouldn't be in this lane anymore. One thing that I guess not a lot of people talk about that staying in a lane does is obviously it attracts more people to the lane. So the fact that Seraphine's here actually attracted more people back to the lane. Like this Lee Sin doesn't have any jungle camps on the bottom of the map. Also here I should have just left the Seraphine to die, but I didn't, and this ends up costing me my life here. I could have flashed over the wall, but I didn't. I just didn't even use my flash. When you know you're going to die like that, it's important to not use any summoner spell, not waste any flash or anything like that. The downside of dying like that is obviously, one, my pressure is off the map, but two, I didn't have enough gold for the Trinity Force that I was buying, and so that really sucks too. Keep in mind, it is important to note that if you're not this significantly far ahead, it is actually better for Irelia to go like Gore Drinker, Stride Breaker, or maybe even Jack Show. Trinity Force is a really greedy item on Irelia, and it's kind of win more. The reason you don't need Sheen items on Irelia is normally your Q will one-shot the minion anyways, so you'll only get 1 to 2 Q procs. Or Sheen procs on your Trinity Force. So it's not absolutely needed. You see me running back to bot side, but I don't know where the Gwen is. Or no, sorry, I know where the Gwen is. Sorry, I don't know where the Yasuo is, and I know potentially he could be coming. So I end up seeing him. I thought he was going to E through the minion, but because of lethal tempo, I'm able to just auto attack him to death anyways. Lethal tempo with these items is just really good. If you auto Q auto, that is 3 lethal tempo procs right there, and that's not me even marking them with my E or anything first. So you can see I'm getting ganked here by 3 people. The reason I kind of want to drag this out and not just run away immediately is because my team's doing dragon, and I can use this time to guarantee that we get that. So I end up queuing to the minion here and trying to leave. I get the Lee Sin there, but unfortunately the knot does hook me. I would have actually lived here and killed the Lee Sin, which might have let me kill the Nautilus too. but because Irelia's W only lowers magic damage by about 30% rather than the 70% it lowers physical, the Ash Arrow was able to kill me. And the Lee Sin Q, we already saw it didn't kill me, and that's why I definitely would have been able to kill him. But Ash did a very good cross-map ult. Unfortunately, she didn't have ult there, so her ult ended up getting her killed at a later time. There was a bit of cost to that. But I think the reward's probably higher for killing me. Because if they get me off the map there, now all of a sudden I can't farm that top wave and I can't farm their whole jungle. I would have farmed their whole red side jungle there right after pushing the top wave to the tower, and that would have cost them a lot of resources. Again, here, if I'm a better character for killing jungle camps, like even Garen does really well at killing jungle camps, I would have killed the blue and the Gromp there. Yes, I know it's stealing my jungler's blue, but the gold is definitely better on me. I would bet on myself more so than random strangers, and you should too. If the Lee Sin says anything or anything like that, and he's not like inting, then maybe I guess we chill out. But until they say something, it's better to just do it. So here I want to take their red. I know that they're all missing and they could be coming into their jungle. That's why I'm pulling it in here. And I'm holding on to my Q just in case they pop up. I'm looking for a pick here. I'm looking for the Ashe or the Lee Sin. I can't kill Nautilus. I just see his foot there, but I can't actually kill him. So I'm waiting here because I do suspect that Lee Sin is coming, and he is. If I queued him again here before doing that ult, I would have been able to get that kill because he ults me towards his base, but unfortunately I didn't queue again, and so yeah. I get a good double stun here, right there. I stun both of them, which ends up being enough for me to just auto attack these to death. You can kind of see why I really like the lethal tempo on Irelia. Instead of going for the bot inhib here, I was able to turn around and go back in. Nautilus ulted me, so I wasn't able to get the kill on him, but that's pretty much the end of the game. If you haven't already tried it and you are interested in Irelia, I would very, very much recommend trying Lethal Tempo Irelia. That would be it for this VOD here. Thanks for watching. If you could, please like, comment, and subscribe.